Today we're taking a look at the Atlanta Hawks vs Milwaukee Bucks match, which is happening on Wednesday, June 23, 2021, and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours and hours of your time searching the internet for some fake betting predictions and losing your money because of it. Join High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advices instantly. The Hawks cover or win outright as road underdogs. Their guards must make shots at a high level while Trae Young operates as the best player on the court. Cam Reddish, Achilles, missed the entire 76ers series but is questionable to play Wednesday, while Kevin Huerter, ankle, is probable. Bogdan Bogdanović, knee, will be a game-time decision. While Drew Holiday is one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA, he is better against stronger and sturdier guards than he is against quick and elusive ones, so Young must capitalize on his speed to get downhill as much as possible. While Brook Lopez and the Bucks play the NBA's best drop scheme defense, it's still a drop, and Young should have opportunities to score from the mid-range on floaters. Two teams that were supposed to be home watching a Brooklyn-Philadelphia showdown in the Eastern Conference Finals will begin a duel of their own when the 5th-seeded Atlanta Hawks visit the 3rd-seeded Milwaukee Bucks for Game 1 on Wednesday night. The best-of-7 series that will determine the East's representative in the NBA Finals pits franchises that have split 4 all-time playoff series, with none occurring past the first round or since 2010. Each has won twice. Both clubs needed a Game 7 win on the road against one of the East's top 2 seeds to reach this point. Young both scored the most points on floaters. His 332 points on floaters were 106 more than second-place Richaun Holmes, and took the most floaters in the NBA this season. He took 345 total floaters, while the second and third leading floater scorers, Holmes and Luka Doncic, combined to shoot 347 total floaters. He must convert these looks at an efficient rate if Lopez is on the court while continuing to make threes with his seemingly unlimited shooting range. The Bucks were the first to punch their ticket, riding Giannis Antetokounmpo's 40-point night to a 115-111 overtime victory in Brooklyn over the 2nd-seeded Nets on Saturday. The Bucks managed to get past arguably the most talented team in the playoffs during the conference semis, but the Hawks won't be a cakewalk. Giannis Antetokounmpo is nearly unguardable when he gets downhill, especially in transition, and while he took too many pull-up jump shots and fadeaways in the first 5 games against the Nets, he did a better job of being more assertive in their 2 wins to finish the series. Antetokounmpo has favorable matchups against Capella and Collins, who don't have the width and strength that Blake Griffin had to keep Antetokounmpo in front of them. If the Hawks can't effectively build walls to keep Antetokounmpo out of the paint, he should have consistent opportunities to score if he is aggressive. So instead of the conversation focusing on superstar injuries and poor foul shooters, the Hawks and Bucks each will continue pursuit of a second-ever NBA title in franchise history in a rivalry that has been tilted big time in Milwaukee's favor over the past 4 seasons. While I like the value on the Hawks, they are +8 underdogs. FanDuel. Bogdanovic's injury status concerns me, especially after consecutive poor shooting games to close the 76ers series. With Antetokounmpo recording a pair of double-doubles and Trae Young sitting out twice with injuries, the Bucks won 2 of 3 from the Hawks in the regular season for Milwaukee's 4th straight season series win. The Bucks have won 11 of 13 over that stretch. Each has suffered a significant injury in the meantime. The Bucks will be without Dante DiVincenzo in the series, while the Hawks have lost DeAndre Hunter for the season as they await the possible return of Cam Reddish. Down a man and possibly 2, Young said he is encouraging Huerter, who had a 20-point game when the Hawks beat the Bucks 111-104 in Atlanta in their most recent meeting in April, to continue to take a leading role. Middleton will also have favorable matchups as the Hawks' best wing defender, DeAndre Hunter, is out for the series, and the Hawks' second best wing defender, Reddish, is questionable after last playing in February due to an Achilles injury. Middleton should consistently get quality looks to score throughout this series, even if Reddish returns. All else equal, the play of Bogdanović and Middleton will decide this series. It's an ominous sign that Bogdanović is listed as a game-time decision, and I lean toward the Bucks in Game 1 with value up to -9. Ball movement will be key for the Bucks offense to set up open looks on the perimeter. Expect the Bucks to start Pat Connaughton or Bryn Forbes over PJ Tucker in this series, as the Hawks don't have an elite big wing scorer. Playing Tucker off the bench makes sense because the Hawks can't as easily hide Young defensively on him in the corner, while also allowing him to mirror Gallinari's minutes when he enters off the bench. My betting advice is to pick Bucks -7.5. The Atlanta Hawks shocked the basketball world with an upset of the top-seeded Philadelphia 76ers in the second round of playoffs. The Hawks went into Philadelphia for a Game 7 and walked away with a 103-96 win. The Hawks only shot 44% from the floor and 25% from three-point range, but had 9 steals and forced 17 Philly turnovers. Brook Lopez finished the last game with 8 rebounds, but in the previous 2 games, he finished with 6 or fewer rebounds. Lopez is averaging only 5 rebounds per game, and that will be his top number in this game. Lopez will finish under 6.5 rebounds. Trae Young had a bad shooting night, but as all the greats do, he made some clutch shots down the stretch. He wound up shooting 5 for 23 from the floor and 2 for 11 from 3, but a couple of late threes sealed the deal for the Hawks. Young ended up with 21 points while Kevin Huerter led the Hawks with 27 points. Danilo Gallinari added 17 points off the bench. This total really should be set at 2 or 2.5 3-pointers made. In the last game, Holiday finished with 2 made 3-pointers, and in 3 of the last 4 games he has finished with at least 2. Look for Holiday to make at least a couple of 3-pointers. The Milwaukee Bucks advanced to the Eastern Conference with a Game 7 win on the road, just like the Hawks did. Their 115-111 overtime win over the Brooklyn Nets was one of the ages. Kevin Durant tied it with a shot at the buzzer in regulation, but then the Bucks made some big hoops and big stops in the overtime period to knock off the second-seeded Nets. Chris Middleton has played 3 games against the Atlanta Hawks this season, and in his top game, he finished with 23 points. In one of the games, Middleton scored only 10 points, and the Hawks are going to slow him down in this game. Look for Chris Middleton to finish with under 24.5 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo led the Bucks with 40 points and 13 rebounds, while Chris Middleton added 23 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals. Brook Lopez added 19 points and 8 rebounds, while Drew Holiday scored 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists. Holiday had a rough shooting night, going 5 for 23, but he made some big shots down the stretch. The Bucks made 15 3-pointers to just 12 for the Nets. Trae Young struggled in Game 7 against the Philadelphia 76ers, but he still had a big series overall. 2 games ago, Young finished with 34 points, and 3 games ago he finished with 39 points. The Hawks know if they want to win this game, Young is going to need to be the X factor. Young is going to have a big game and finish with at least 30 points. My second betting advice for that game is to pick under. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.